Okay guys, we're going to be looking at USDJPY today. There is a holiday over in the Far East, but it shouldn't really affect it and we should get our target. So let's roll the intro and we'll get into this. And a warm welcome, one and all. Now, these videos are me just at the screen telling you my thoughts while I'm sort of trading. Now, if I flick this over, I've already been into the squad and explained what I'm going to be doing right now. That's done here. Switch that off. In there, I mark it up, tell them exactly what my thoughts are, what's going on, and then back it up with this where it tells them exactly what I'm doing. So 9:15, it's now 9:30. They'll have seen this before I'm going to market. And what we can see here, it's predominantly selling. The low time frames are neutral, so I've got to be careful. And over here, it represents that by telling me it's a fair trade, but keep it pretty low key, about 10 pips. All right. So that's what that's all about. But let's have a look at the chart. Now, as it said, I had to wait. Now, there is a couple of other elements. Let me pull up the bigger version of this and I'll kind of explain it. Because you'll see there's a number of tabs under here. Now, the guys do have access to the bias tool that works this out. And you key in a set of figures and it actually maps the trade out for you. But the main sheet helps pick the product. And as you can see, JPY is very strong. It hasn't moved, but the US is losing ground dramatically. So that could be a good opportunity to sell. And that's what we're going to be looking at. The question is, where do you sell it? So it's pulling against this leg of the move. If we move this out slightly, say 4 hours, we'll see it's on a merry dance. It's running down. So if it's going to run probably into this level here, which is what we're looking at. And looking at it, yeah. So it may well pull against this to give some decent entry. So what you would do, go to your hourly and have a little look to see where it's at. So there's a hammer, give you the bottom. There's the top. I'm just going to put a few little levels into here based on this fib, just like so. I'm just going to put some guidelines in for myself. Now, all these are they're just to help to fine tune the entry somewhat. Now, looking at it, it's already been up to that point and failed. Now, I'm going to take this up to about the 50% mark, which is here. And well, I've come this far up, I might as well put them all in. There we go. Right, I'm going to sell any one of these levels and I'm going to stage it up to in and around this area. Okay. Now, that's if I need to. Doesn't mean to say I am, just if I need to. Okay. I'm looking for 10 pips, so I need to see if I've got 10 pips. Well, there you go. I can find 10 pips easily between these. So if I'm selling that, I've only got to get it halfway in. If I'm selling that, as you can see, it'll easily fit. Even if I came in underneath this, I'll easily fit it down into there. So it's mapped, it's ready. I can see what it is I'm after. So I'm going to drop it into 15 minutes. And now I'm just going to watch what's going on. Now, it's not quite ready yet. I'm probably going to have to wait a little bit, maybe 15 minutes or so, because the triggers are actually pointing the opposite direction. I need it to change direction somewhat. I can do a candle countdown on the 5 minutes if I want to put a pending order in. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pending order would be here. Just draw that in. So I could put a pending order there. Just change that colour slightly. So I can put a pending order there and then follow up the candles. Follow them in behind till it gets somewhere. So, and how do you do that? Well, you just get this order. Thank you, my love. Are you still all excited from the weekend video? I was excited.
Were you?
No, I wasn't.
You need to get out more.
Winky was showing her sex pants. She was being rude. It was her ID, you know, boys and girls. She said, go on, show the basque and everything. I said, I can't show the basque. That's in the third drawer. That's Saturday night's job. I love winding her up. It's my favourite hobby. Right, okay. So, we're going to put a little sort of order in underneath there, just so you can kind of scope to see what's going on. So it's there. And then if it's coming onto this line, well, that's 12 pips. So I'm easily going to get the 10, aren't I? See, it's come to this level here and it's stalled dead. Just bang, stop. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll put it on a 15-minute and I'm going to follow up the 15-minute candles. It's still pushing the other way. I want this order out of the way so it doesn't get triggered too early. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll pause the camera, but when the trigger comes in, I'll switch it on and then I'll leave it running. It's just so you don't sort of sit here forever and a day. But I'm going to trail it up. We'll catch the order and then we'll come back down, and we're looking for around 10 pips. Okay, so be about 50 quid. If I can get a few orders into it, that might increase. Okay, so let me pause and I'll come back to you shortly. Okay guys, we're coming back. As you can see, it's stalling on this level somewhat. This is the 15-minute chart. Now there are signs on the 5, so if I drop it down onto 5 minutes, this is the last 5-minute candle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edge that up underneath there for now, and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see if I can get the price up close to this. Now if I can do that, we might be okay. Now there's not much left of this candle, so what I'm going to do, and it's showing signs, so I'm just going to edge that up slightly to run across the plateau of here. So it's kind of best of both worlds for me. Get rid of that, don't kind of need that anymore. I know I can get down onto this blue line and get some half decent profits. I do want to be in and out relatively quick today, so if I do 50 quid, I'll be happy for the day. One of the things, what I'm going to say, I touched on this at the weekend, funny enough, with Coffee with Scruff. I do the same thing over and over. On my other screen, I have my zones in, which are golden eye zones. And the guys will know exactly what that is. This is sitting and playing to that strategy. Okay. Now, I could add indicators on, VWAPs, etc., like I did the other day. But I don't really need to. I prefer to stick to what I know. And if I give you any advice from trading, it is understand one thing and master it. Don't be jumping from one system to the other, and certainly don't be looking for a magic pill. It doesn't exist, guys. I'd love to tell you that this system works day in, day out. Well, it does, but there's another element to it. I don't chase markets. I'm not looking to be a hero at any time. I'm just looking to be in and out, get the job done, and that's it. So I was right to place it where it is. Now I'm going to let the camera run for maybe about 15 minutes. I do have a meeting at 10 o'clock, so I'll have to switch the camera off. But you can see the premise of the trade. If it's not complete by 10, then what I'll do is I'll just have to pause the camera and then come back and show you the aftermath. But at least you can see the makeup of it. And the guys have, in the group, have seen what my thought process was. And that's all this is. So keep it very simple. is what I'm saying. Get your coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. And when you've got your setup in, I mean, that's pretty much ready to rock and roll now. I've done the 5 candle count back. It's at the top of the plateau. So I've got a little bit of a better price. And that's it. Now, if I was to drop this back to 15 minutes, anywhere kind of, yeah. So I would follow that candle, maybe follow this one. Sentiments change slightly. Yeah, I think it's in a decent place. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'll just let the camera run, and that's it. Okay. Right, boys and girls. I literally can't tell you the conversation we've just had, but let's just say I've had to snip out a few seconds of the video because little Miss Person here said something on camera that shouldn't really be said in public. She wasn't abusing my weight, she wasn't abusing me. She said something that might excite me. But I'll let you lot figure out that one after.
I had a fight with the hosepipe and it lost.
Well, if that's what you want to call our sex life, yes, you did.
No,
Right, I've got to go in a meeting now, and I haven't had you in the garden. I've had you in the back of the car.
no, I've been attempting to do the garden, but the hosepipe got out of hand. You've been busy at work.
Well, all I can say is some of us are blessed. Right, I've got to go in a meeting now. Let's see if this trade blesses me out. See you later. Okay guys, hope you're well. There's going to be a news announcement in 6 minutes. The question I'm asking myself at the moment is, should I carry with the trade or shall I get out of the trade? Well, that's only medium impact, and the premise of the trade is still kind of there. So I might do a bit of both actually, and that is pull the stops in. But if it goes into positive before the news comes, just kill it. Or do I kill it now? These are the little things that's running through my head. Now, what shall I do? Shall I kill it or shall I ride it out?
Oh, don't ask me.
Well, let's have a little look, shall we? Well, at the moment, we have a situation of it's positive. So I think the first thing I'll do is I'll take that out. Widen this out a little bit so I can see what it is that I'm up to. So I can either take 110 quid, 127 quid, minus the 15 and be happy. Or see if that'll thump down into this. What do we think? What do we think we should do?
I don't know.
Come on, brainwave.
I don't know. I don't like losing money.
Well, I'm not losing money. I'm actually, it's cake. See, I've got 4 minutes to make a decision.
Go on then, make the decision.
Well, I'm going to do a bit of both. I'm going to take the bottom section out. Now this one here, I'm going to pull that down onto there. So that's 80 quid guaranteed. And then I'm going to take that out, just like so. Regardless of what happens now, I'm guaranteed 80 quid. If that comes shooting back up and takes out that, well then it takes out that and I'm just have to kind of live with it, won't I? But I was only setting out to make 50 quid off the trade. So
You're £30 up.
I'm £30 up. But it's 3 minutes left. There's a tail coming. There's a tail coming. It is pushing. Let me just check something, boys and girls. It's pushing down. Do you know what? I'm going to take the money. Bash.
Well, don't be crying about it later.
Well, I won't, because I've done nearly 3 times more than I set out to do. And that's the name of the game. Start with 0, end with 1. I could have even sacrificed the other one at a loss and still made money. I'd have pulled it out so that I had 80 quid. And there we go. So it's 142, and I did take my tickets off. So that's it. That's the game done. And do I care what happens in the news announcement? No. Couldn't care less what happens. If it rattles away, it's just a case of what if. Well, what if it lost is the way I think, not what if it won. So that's it. I'm done for the day. What do you want to do now?
I thought you wanted to watch a film because you're at work tonight.
I am at work tonight. Yes, I'm going to watch a film. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. I'm going to spend time with you. It's a miracle. You haven't got any shopping channels on there. She did earlier, and I caught her. I caught her. She was.
Couldn't find anything nice.
Well, I don't want to know. Your version of nice normally costs me a stuffing fortune. Right. Anyway, boys and girls, that was the trade complete. And as always, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.